All right, everybody, Rick Sharp back here again, sharpstrengthtraining.com, covering nutrition a little bit further now. I've already discussed whether or not you can out-train a bad diet, which you can. It's not always the ideal choice, but you can do it. And then I went over, are there any bad foods? You can't eat whatever. I use bread as an example because it's the first thing people cut out. Fine. It's more calories than it is any certain food. My last physique transformation, I purposefully didn't do any special diet. I have 2 small kids. Anytime you ask them what they want to eat, it's going to be bean and cheese burritos. So I'm eating at burrito shops with my kids. I was trying to be as normal for someone who's a 9-to-5er, and has responsibilities as I could be, and show what can realistically be done. People really set themselves up for failure by thinking that it takes hours and hours in the gym every single day, and you can't eat this, you can't eat that. It's not a miserable lifestyle. I feel better. I can eat freely. I've done the whole, bodybuilder nutrition, 6 small meals a day every 2 to 3 hours, paranoid that I was going to lose muscle if it was 3.5 hours since my last meal. And I looked good. I carried pretty decent body weight. I was big, strong, but it's not necessary to eat like that. It's not practical for most purposes. There was a time in my life when I had nothing better to do than be a gym rat and a meathead, and I could walk to the gym. I was grilling food all the time. All my friends were on the same page as me, bodybuilders, powerlifters, MMA guys. They were all, I wasn't a misfit, like when you work in an office and everyone's doing something different. You're kind of an outcast if you bring your own food. So purposefully, I didn't go on any special restrictive diet. There's an In-N-Out right across the street from my training studio, and I'll go there a couple times a week. It's not like cheeseburgers are off the menu. I stayed about the same body weight, but made a dramatic decrease in body fat. Strength went up, recovery was good, everything was good, and it was at a real stressful time in my life too. So it's possible, you can do it. You don't have to eat 6 times a day. Most people are just not going to, and they think that's what they have to do, and that's what keeps them from even trying. So ideally, there's people that do intermittent fasting. The best eating plan is something that you can stick to, that you're gonna do, that you're not gonna feel restricted by and miserable by. So what can you do? Can you eat 3 times a day? Good. Can you eat 4? Okay, fine. Space them out, figure out the amounts of food you can have, and how you feel after eating certain types of foods. I really feel better personally, and a lot of my clients are the same way, when I focus on protein and healthy fats early in the day. I don't get hungry as often, so I can go long periods of time without eating and not feel like I'm dying for food. My energy levels are good, my mental clarity is good, and I save my carbs, my bigger carbohydrate meals for the evenings. Done with work, you can relax, eat, take in more calories then, and then you're kind of tired, so you just a couple hours later go to bed. Works for me, works for the majority of my clients. If I have a lot of carbohydrates at breakfast, I don't get fatter, it's just that I'm hungrier sooner. So figure out what works for you. The best type of diet is the one that you're going to stick to, that's going to get you in that calorie deficit for weight loss. This is what I'm referencing right now, is fat loss, weight loss. I'll go into sports performance in another video, but right now this is more physique transformation type of things, which is what most of my clients are into, what I get the most questions about. So practically, how many times can you eat a day without feeling like it's a full-time job? And how do you feel after certain types of foods? Try eating, proteins and your healthy fats early in the day, breakfast and lunch, and then saving the majority of your carbohydrates for dinner, work out in the afternoon. See what that does for you. Anyway, let me know what you think. There's lots of things that work. There's pros and cons. You get people that'll shoot down everything. You can't say something doesn't work when there's people having success with it though. May not be the way you want to do it. It may not be the way your coach does it, but you can't say it doesn't work when people are doing it and getting good results. So and see what you think, guys. Have a good one.